good, YouTube? It's your boy Log back with another video, and today we got something that I kind of wanted to talk about. I seen this video. It's talking about the movie theater experience, and I kind of get where this video may be going. And people go to the movies, a lot of shit gets spoiled. Join the Lockdown crew. It's your boy Lock. Subscribe, binge other videos. Let's get into it. Gen Alpha is ruining the movie theater experience.
Do you guys not talk at all during the movie?
No.
I hate going with me.
They were making jokes. They were laughing as if the movie was a comedy.
I got my breakfast, so ignore me if you see me chewing down.
And they were just talking so loudly the entire time and not even bothering to whisper to each other.
My girlfriends and I went and saw the new Michael movie, and of course, we had a situation happen.
Chicken jockey! God.
See, nigga just said chicken jockey. If y'all don't remember what that was, the Minecraft movie, these niggas was waiting for one scene to yell that shit and throw popcorn and do all kind of extra shit, bro. These niggas be having no respect for movies, bro. Imagine I take my son there and I fucking that shit happen. Like, what's that crazy clip where all the fucking everybody in the movie theater was throwing popcorn all over? I'm thinking about that, bro. I never understood this joke.
See, everyone's laughing.
Give a shout out to all my peeps. It felt like I was.
Hold on, what did I say? Watching backroom.
Everyone's laughing.
Give a shout out to
Everyone was breathing loud as fuck.
all my peeps. It felt like I was in the middle of a middle school classroom again, full of annoying teenage boys.
This is now your average movie theater experience. I can't wait to see Obsession. Yes. Okay. Everyone sounds your phones. Have you seen the latest film that's come out? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, this is a good
See, you already messing up. Me, I go to the top row.
show. Could you be a little quieter? Could you just wait? Hold on. Let me get the title screen really quick. Oh.
I'm guilty of that. When it's a Marvel movie, I'm guilty of taking a picture of the credits. That's all I do, though. I don't be fucking around trying to record the movie and shit. Niggas be extra with that shit.
Could you please shut up? Please. Thank you.
And it's not even like you bootlegging it. I respect the bootlegging. Well, I ain't gonna say I respect it. Allegedly, I respect it. But, you know, at one point in time, you know, you was holding it down for us that couldn't go to the movie theater and shit. If you're doing that, it's one thing, but you're not even doing that. You putting your flash on your phone and recording a part of the movie. You got my whole head in the movie. That's why I sit in the back row, because I don't want nobody behind me.
Thank you. So yeah, people don't know how to act in movie theaters anymore, and it's getting really bad. And this conversation really isn't anything particularly new, because people have been complaining about people's lack of movie theater etiquette for at least the last 6 years. But what's interesting now is that it's not just the young being disruptive. It's all the hosts. Everybody just does not know how to act in movie theaters anymore, and it's really annoying. And I was really ready to make this a Gen Z centered video. Y'all know, if you've been on the channel before, I have no problem talking about that. But
you're talking about everybody.
No one knows how to act in movie theaters anymore, and we really need to get to the bottom of why, because this issue has many layers. First, we need to talk about.
I'm seeing a lot of people talking about the Backrooms movie and people cutting up in the Backrooms movie. Probably because they didn't understand this shit. But I was a Backrooms enjoyer. I've been saying this in all the other videos too. Niggas probably was cutting up because they didn't fuck with the movie, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
What movie etiquette actually is, and generally that just means being a decent person, not talking during a movie, not being on your phone during a movie, not recording the movie, or just providing your own commentary loudly, or just generally being disruptive to everyone else's viewing experience. Which sounds pretty simple, but you'd be surprised at how rare that actually is to get in your average movie experience. And in fact, you'd have people arguing with you saying that, like, oh, if you don't want to experience those sort of things, then watch the movie at home, which I think is just generally backwards, because the opposite should be true, because it's a public space. meaning that there should be some level of public decorum. You're not in your house. You can't do whatever you want. And if you want to do whatever you want, you should be the one to be watching at home. And what really inspired me to talk about this video specifically, it requires a bit of a story time because I am, in this case, a primary source. I have been slighted myself in the movie theater ring because recently I've been
Man, this bagel is good as fuck. I know I'm not talking. Hold on. Give me a second, my nigga. What he's saying is facts, though. Like, niggas who put their feet up and... Bro, I talk about the back row because I'm scared of... Like, I'm scarred of sitting in front of people and somebody dropping a drink on me. So I always sit in the back row. But niggas put their feet on the seats and shit. Bro, I don't want your nasty ass feet on by my head, gang.
Really into movies. I've been going to the movies now more
What's
often
up?
than I
What's good with
think
you?
ever before in my life, just because I always want to see the latest releases, and the movies have been good lately. Like, I don't know. But this particular time last week, I went to go see the movie Passenger. And mind you, creator. So I decided to go during peak unemployed hours. I go at like 2:30 p.m. on like a Wednesday, where I'm expecting no one to be there. And usually when I do show up, no one is there. And I get a theater all to myself, if not maybe one or two other people that are also on the same type of timing. So I'm sitting there in the movie, scared, grab my popcorn, jumping at the jump scares, because that movie is also just very scary in and of itself. But 20 minutes before the movie ends, as we're getting to like the peak
Now, going to a scary movie by yourself, you different, my nigga.
scary part, suddenly, like, and I kid you not, 40 to 50 seemingly high school age teenagers come bum rushing into the theater. And I really wish I was making this up. I was actually scared for my life because I wasn't sure if this was some like PR stunt for the movie or if someone was getting jumped. But when I tell you it was 40 or 50 teenagers running through this theater with their phones up, flashes on, talking, yelling, and laughing loud as hell, and we're all just trying to organize themselves into seats. And I'm just kind of like, what is going on here? Like, when I tell you these people are loud, like they are screaming, they're yelling at each other, they're throwing popcorn. I feel like I'm
Now, I did do that. I did do that when I was young, though. I was sneaking into movie theaters. I ain't
in a
gonna
movie
lie.
myself, and they essentially ruined the last part of the movie because like I'm not able to really hear what's going on in the movie theater. It's bright as hell now because everyone's flashes on, trying to find their seat, trying to like record the moment, like having like a movie takeover moment. Come to find out later on is because they all were in the wrong theater. They were supposed to go into the theater next to ours. But like I say, context clues, people. Like, maybe the kids are not all right, because how do you walk into a theater that actively has a movie playing and not realize that you're in the wrong theater? And even if
Nah, they knew they was in the wrong theater. They 100% know. They knew.
say like they showed up late, why would you still roll in 40 deep loud as hell like that, knowing that the movie already started? I don't know. Nevertheless, it was a very bad experience. And in fact, it was so bad that the manager of said movie theater came out after the movie actually finished and was like, hey, everyone that was here before, you get a free refund. Which was tea, because I got to see at least like 75% of that movie uninterrupted and got a free movie out of it. But like, it just kind of speaks to the level of just movie theater etiquette deprivation that we are currently in as a society. And while most offenses that people talk about online are not that egregious, they're still by and large pretty
No.
bad.
I get what he's saying, but from what it sounded like that movie, did he go when it came out? Or it sounded like some old shit? Because I never even heard of The Passenger. If you do this shit during Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Doomsday, Spider-Man, any Marvel, anything like that, my nigga, I am getting up and cursing these niggas out. I don't give a fuck, my nigga. Like, I get what he's saying. But these niggas, I get what he, like, when I was young, I was sneaking in movie theaters. I was doing shit like that too. I'm not gonna lie. But these niggas sound like they was on some, like, group, like 40 deep. 40 is a lot of people, my nigga. It sound like they was on a field trip. You just got unlucky. I'm not gonna lie.
And no, in grand scheme, it's not that serious. Like, it's a movie. But
It
unfortunately,
was on
like
some
most
field
things,
trip shit.
it is actually that deep. And we need to talk about why and specifically how we got here. And I truly believe there are like three main reasons as to why movie theater etiquette is just so bad. Like, why does no one seem to know how to act in public? And that leads me to one of my first reasons as to why the theater experience has just gotten so bad. That's because of the streaming era's impact on just content consumption as a whole.
What? The streaming? Did he just say streaming?
You.
Oh my god. Fucking ads, bro.
Just you. Building your app. On base 44.
People have gotten overly accustomed to the streaming world and being able to watch whatever, whenever, and however they want from the comfort of their couch, bed, or just own private space. And that means that since the streaming era, and especially since 2020, people have gotten overly accustomed to just showing up however they want when they're watching content. In the comfort of your own home, you can eat however loud you want. You can yell at the TV or the movie, ask questions, provide your own
so you're
live
talking about
commentary,
just
and generally
streaming, like,
be on your
from your
phone
phone or
without
something.
disturbing anybody else. And
I thought he
can
meant, like,
understand on one hand
streamers.
that being a sort of muscle memory thing that people need to break now. But also I think for a lot of people, especially older people, the time spent in the streaming era is a lot less than your time outside the streaming era. So for the oldies out there, I don't understand why you're acting like this. And I don't understand why y'all pretend like y'all just don't know how to act in movie theater, because y'all were there during the founding eras, the golden ages of the movies. Now for younger people, and by younger people I mean specifically younger Gen Z and Gen Alpha, I have a little bit more grace because there isn't really that social training. There isn't as much understanding as to how you're supposed to act in a movie theater. And I think part of that is due to really just dampening everyone.
I think it's because of the parents. Because when I was going to the movie theaters, my people wouldn't finna just let me play on my phone after they done spent they fucking money on me to go watch a movie. I wasn't paying for that shit on my own. So they was telling me to get off my shit if I was on my phone or some other shit like that.
Social skills as well as
But I get
social
what
media's
you're saying.
impact and how people are taught and trained to consume content. For the first one, it kind of relates to the previous point about like streaming era. Young people that were most affected by COVID socially did not really
Yo,
grow up or were social.
My fucking battery died. So it looks frozen right now. Like I look frozen. Look at me. Hold on, let me change the battery out.
As to how to act in a movie theater, because no one was going to the movies, and by the time they were going to the movies, most movie theaters were empty regardless of the time of day. Like there's been that whole push to get people back in theaters because people just weren't going to movie theaters, meaning that you were essentially getting a larger screen version of whatever you're streaming personally at home. So you're kind of allowed to kind of run amok because there just aren't as many people in theaters and there aren't as many people to disrupt. And I think another aspect of it is the social media of it all, because you see these trends happening directly at movie theaters. People dressing up, making content, trying to intentionally be disruptive for trends. Like I think of like
Yeah,
the Despicable
that
Me
whole
trend where people were
chicken-
dressing up in suits.
That whole chicken jockey bullshit, that shit was fucking lame. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I never thought that shit was funny. Like, now I never watched that Minecraft movie for that reason in theaters. Like that shit was some bullshit. So, not even a party trooper either. Not on God, I'm not. Yo, camera, what's going on, bro? Lock in, turn on. Literally, what's going on? What up, yeah? My shit don't want to fucking calibrate. Calibrate, pussy. Calibrate, pussy. Calibrate, pussy. Calibrate, pussy. Calibrate, pussy. Kelsey. Pussy. Pussy. If you don't calibrate, I'm gonna put you in ass. You look like a motherfucking ass. Look like you smell like trash. Yo, fucking up my video camera. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I'll fuck with that shit. Right, there we go. Finally. I don't know what the fuck that was about. I don't know what the fuck that was about. My bad. Where were we?
For like the Minions movie, I think, or like the Minecraft movie where people would go and wait for Jack Black's character to say chicken jockey and everyone would go crazy and throw popcorn everywhere, and like a whole bunch of other trends like that, like, or even like, I don't know, like people with the Taylor Swift movies, so like the Michael Jackson movie, go up and directly interact with the screen, having different chance and interactions and having content like that go viral, both somehow sensationalizing and normalizing that behavior in your average.
And that's some shit that like, I don't feel like this happening where I'm from though. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like this happening in like these fucking Houston, Texas areas, LA, or New York's maybe, I don't know. Where these trend followers, these hive minds live.
Everyday movie theater. And I know it sounds kind of crazy to just say like, oh, the media is really corrupting the kids, which yeah, that's a valid critique. But on a more real note and a more sociological note on how social media is.
It's definitely TikTok in the media though. they're influencing these niggas to chicken jockey. That shit is ugly as fuck. That shit is annoying. That shit is lame.
Is influencing behavior. The way that we consume and interact with media now does kind of inform how we show up
It's
in movie
young
theaters.
motherfuckers.
If you think about it, in the 6 years since lockdown, the reaction content vertical has exploded online, with people flocking to watch people live react and commentate over different forms of media, different forms of TV, sort of getting that movie theater experience from the comfort of your own homes. So if your normal way of consuming content, whether that be TV shows or movies, is by doing like watch-alongs with different streamers, different YouTubers, different social media people,
Yeah, that's kind of what we doing right now, right?
giving live commentary and being disruptive over shows and media that you're watching along with them, yeah, you might start to think, especially if you don't have an abundance of prior experience, like real world experience of what movie theater etiquette is supposed to be, you think like, oh yeah, that's normal to do, or oh yeah, that's okay to do. It's okay to like talk during a movie. It's okay to ask.
No, I feel like that's different though. If we go into a movie theater, it's not like you supposed to be talking like you watching a video. I feel like if you looking at it the same way, I'm not talking about the person that's making this video. I'm talking about like the people that's doing these things, and you looking at it like, oh, I'm a reactor. I gotta talk, and it's okay to talk because my favorite streamer is talking during a YouTube video. That is completely different than me going to the movies and fucking talking over a video. So if you look at that shit and do that shit because of that, you're low-key a drooler.
Questions during movies. It's okay to overly react because that's what you're seeing other people do on your screens. And again, not excusing the behavior or saying like this is like the one solid reason as to why people just don't know how to act in theaters. But I think these things don't exist in isolation, and they can contribute. And specifically in regards to people being
Yeah, it's possible, but I don't know. If you do that because of that, you're a fucking idiot.
disruptive with their
Just keep it
phones
a
during
buck.
movies, I think the largest, I'd say, factor behind that has to do with the rise of second screen viewing at home.
Oh,
Playing on iPhone? Now
another
you can
ad,
play
another
unlocked
ad,
on
another
PC
ad,
with
another
Google
ad.
Play games.
Fuck you, ads.
Now you may be asking, Rumi, what is second screen viewing? Well, second screen viewing is defined as the practice of dividing your attention between a primary video source like a television and a secondary electronic
Oh
device,
my
typically a
God.
smartphone or a tablet.
I do this shit all the fucking time. I'm guilty. But I'm gonna say it again. I'm not doing this if I'm at the movies though. If I'm at the movies, nigga, I'm locked in on God. I'm not watching nothing on my phone while I'm watching the movie. But if I'm at my house, I'm playing a game, I'm gonna have a YouTube video or something playing in the background. I'm very guilty of this, but not at the movies though. Not
And
at the
typically when we're
movies, my
talking about
nigga.
second screen viewing, we are referencing things like how storytelling and how like people on the back end have shifted the way that stories are being told on screens to accommodate for people not giving their full undivided attention to whatever's on the main screen they're looking at, and making stories and dialogue digestible enough for someone to understand what's going on and still enjoy the media that they're consuming without having to pay full attention to it. But I think this also does have another unintended effect, in that it implies a shift in general viewing habits. According to YouGov, nearly 2/3, 64% of Americans estimate that they spend at least 5 hours a day looking at screens, including 10% who say they spend
Ooh,
more
for
than
me, it's
12 hours a
probably
day
more.
looking at screens. Adults under 65 are more likely than older Americans to spend at
And
least
that's
5 hours per day
insane. I spend more than that looking at a screen.
looking at screens. Like, just think about it. How many times when you're like watching TV or like even watching this YouTube video, if you're watching it on a TV or on your laptop, do you passively scroll on your phone while you're already engaging with a different form of media? Like, it's like that kind of sensory overload that just kind of hits right when you're looking at multiple screens at the same time. And that unfortunately is translating to the movie theater because it becomes a force of habit. It's like that craving for stimulation. Like if you're in a movie theater and you are used to when something is on screen, you are on other screen, you're also going to translate that in movies. And again, this is by no means an excuse. I want people to stop doing this. I need people to retrain their attention spans to not
Yeah,
need to
people definitely need to stop rotting. Like that's a lot of brain rot looking at screens. I definitely agree.
look at their phones or to scroll while they're in the movies, because you shouldn't need to, and it can wait. But this is just showing how behavior has changed. And speaking of behavior, the stuff that's going on in these movie theaters is just a microcosm of what's going on generally, with the rise of things like asocial behavior becoming the norm. Like, it's becoming a lot more normal to kind of reject or not comply by social norms, and not in like a progressive, like we're pushing the culture kind of way, but like in a regressive kind of ooga booga kind of way, where like the basic things that are upholding human societal structure across the board are just being ignored, not out of
Yo, Now, if they doing this during the credits, I don't think that's a problem. But if it's the after credits Marvel scene, sit your fucking ass down, nigga. We locked in right now. But if it's, credits rolling, fuck it.
That are upholding human societal structure across the board are just being ignored, not out of principle, but out of ignorance.
Fuck it.
Just be a normal human being, man. This isn't your living room. It's a shared space. Respect it and the people in it.
Like, we see it in the way that people show up in conversations. We see it in the way that people show up at concerts. We see it, of course, in the way that people have been showing up in movies. But people generally are just being more selfish and are partaking in pro-social behaviors less and less because we're subscribing to individualist mindsets more and more as opposed to collectivist mindsets. It's like the whole mindset of like, oh, I paid for this movie ticket so I can show up however I want in this movie. Like, I spent my hard-earned money on this so I can just...
Motherfuckers that live like that is annoying as fuck. Like, my nigga... Just because you pay this $10 ticket don't mean you gotta fuck up the whole seat. Don't mean you gotta throw popcorn all over the floor. Just because somebody gotta clean the shit up. I hate you niggas.
Whatever I want. Or like at concerts, oh, I bought this concert ticket so I can be as loud or as obstructing as I want because it's my experience. As opposed to considering like, yeah, I bought this ticket, but so did like everyone else in this space. So let's be mindful and considerate of everyone else so we can all have a great experience.
To the point where it's like, we hear you over the performer on stage. We hear you over the audience, over the crowd. Like, we are now locked into your individual concert, which also is like, is not good because it's like you're not performing, right? You're not singing. You are literally releasing a banshee screech from your lungs, and it's rude.
And I think that this issue is just bad for everyone involved. It's bad for the people that want to have a decent experience at the movies, and it's bad for the theaters themselves because, as I mentioned, theaters have been struggling to get people back in seats. It hasn't been up until very recently that movie theaters have been...
That motherfucking Spider-Man, that motherfucker banging right now in the movie theater. That shit just passed in-game.
Starting to see like booms in attendance again. And a large portion of that demographic that's bringing back that boom are Gen Z. It's young people leading that charge and wanting those physical spaces to connect and to engage with film and media again. And I feel like the industry-wide push that has been going on to get people back in theaters sort of has been having an inverse effect. Because at first they were lowering prices and extending their deals to get as many people in seats as possible, which attracted, of course, younger people to go and want to watch movies because it was cheap and a way to engage with media and be a part of like the cultural conversation because movies are pop culture.
Dropping the
but as of
motherfuckers
now,
wild, man.
Prices have gone back up, as have the prices of everything. Tickets are hitting like $15 minimum. Snacks will cost you an arm and a leg. And some movie theaters, depending on where you live, charge for parking. Like, it is now an investment to go there. And if you're going to be spending all that money
for parking, if y'all gotta pay for parking to go to the movies, I'm sorry. I feel bad for y'all. I'm sorry.
Just to not be able to really enjoy the movie that you're trying to attend, people are going to stop showing up. And especially in times like this where money is so tight and we have to be really stringent and mindful of what we spend our money on, if things don't change, movie theaters might lose the main demographic that is driving their resurgence. Like, I went to go see Backrooms the other day, and by the way, amazing movie. Loved it. Definitely recommend you go see it if you can.
Yeah,
if
fuck
you're
with
gonna be mindful.
Backrooms.
But even during that movie, it was like a packed house, which I tend to not like to go to because of things like this. People were talking throughout the entire movie all around us.
It felt like I was in the middle of a middle school classroom again, full of annoying teenage boys. Would not get off their phone, would not stop Snapchatting in the middle of the movie, straight up having their flashlight on in the middle of the movie.
Oh, fuck
moaning.
no.
Saying stupid little catchphrases in synchronicity whenever there's a quiet moment. Can you guess what movie? If you guessed The Backrooms, you would be correct.
Someone was quite literally on their phone in the row ahead of us scrolling on TikTok. Like, what is going on? Like, you got people on their phones scrolling on TikTok and on Twitter live reacting to the movie and filming the movie and making tweets themselves so that other people can engage with it while they're also in the theater. Like, it's just so insane to me that things have gone to this point, and not to be the conformity police. Like, I don't want to be like super like holier than thou, but there is a reason and a time to be polite and courteous to others. Like, I know y'all love to say that y'all don't owe each other anything, but like in public spaces, we do owe people courteousness and politeness, and to be mindful of ourselves and how we're showing up in these spaces, because that's just basic human decency. And the easy answer and the easy fix to all this is to just lock in. Like, put your phone down, stop talking to people, and just watch the movie. Talk about it after. Check your phone after, or if you have to take it, leave the theater. Because not to seem uptight, but y'all fucking the brand.
Hey man, when the movies start, immediately drop my brightness, put my shit on silent. I'm locked in. Every time I go to the movies, I'm paying. Not just for me, I'm paying for somebody else too. So I'm getting my money's worth. I'm not about to be on my shit. Even if the movie is ass, nigga, I'm absorbing everything in the movie. But it's your boy Lock, man. W video. Finish the other videos. It's your boy. We're out.